Yeah. Started off dreaming, now we blow bags for the fuck of it. Toast every time we scratch something off our bucket list. My nigga, I've been praying more, staying away from sucker shit. It's crazy how you run across a show and fall in love with it. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, we gon' be here about an hour talking true events. Another week, another topic. To everyone that's here, thanks for watching. Yeah, Patty's about to keep it real. Stars gonna drop some knowledge. Trending topics and relationship advice. You write, they read them. Email us in the DM if you think your nigga cheating. Loyal chick, folks don't know what loyal is. Niggas scared to tell the truth. We tie the cap, but no further than these two. Got opinionated views, but still we gotta state the facts. I done heard a lot of other niggas shows and I'ma pass. And every time they're here, they give you everything they have. Shit, what more can you ask? These two the perfect match. Run it back. Hey, mark it in your calendars. Don't miss this broadcast. Tonight we live. Don't be in the comments fucking up no vibes. And when other shows copy us, let's all laugh. They say it's flattery, but nah, fuck your podcast.
Yo, we sound so lame.
No. It's like we wrote it. Okay.
Yo, hold on. Let me get the background music popping. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I am Star.
And it's your girl, Patty Mayo.
Yo, every week we're always having some fucking type of drama, dude. It never fails.
Yeah.
It never fails.
YouTube don't like us.
Yo, they hate us.
Something against us.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. But anyway, we're here and we're only a few minutes late, so that's good. What's up, everybody in the chat?
If
Thank
we're
you guys.
Not late, it's not us.
Exactly. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Thank you.
Yeah, let's make sure you take the shot before you try not to.
So what we toasting to this week? Ooh. There's been so much going on in this like whole. I don't know. Well, let's cheers to life. I mean, there's so much going on. You know, we're not promised tomorrow, and I just feel like we should take advantage of every day that we wake up. Here. And not only that, I'll be turning 30 again
I can't wait.
in a few weeks. So hello.
Cheers to 30, more life.
Ooh, what was that? Ooh.
I don't know.
Nasty. Oh, that was nasty. Anyway, how was your weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Damn. You know what? This weekend was a very lazy weekend for me because Auntie Flo was in town. I was drained, dead.
Understandable.
How was yours?
My weekend was actually fun. I went out with Regina's crazy ass this weekend. I was with her I didn't go out with her Friday, but Saturday and Sunday we were out, and we were out shopping.
Yes.
Like I'm talking about, you know how you go out shopping and you're just swiping. And I wasn't talking about no fucking credit card. I was swiping my debit card, like swipe. We was out that. We went to Rentham. We went to like Home Goods and stuff like that, just to like finish up the house and stuff. And we went out to this bomb ass seafood spot in Providence. I forgot the name of it, but I have to tell you guys, where you get the broil. Oh my God, yo, that shit it's expensive. If you gonna go, I would go with a few people because you can share it. But that shit was bomb, definitely.
Yes.
So I had a great weekend. But speaking of money, let's go ahead and jump into the topics. So it's been all over social media that Breonna Taylor family have reached a settlement. And they said that it is the biggest. Well, her family and the what's his name, Crump, was giving praises to Louisville for reaching a historic settlement for wrongful death. Now, it was a $12 million settlement, but the family is saying that they still want justice.
Right.
Now, I know everybody has mixed feelings about this. So, how do you feel?
I'm very upset about it. I feel like they're always trying to put a price on somebody's life.
Mhm.
Whenever it comes to this, like, you know what? Like, here's some money.
Yeah.
Let's dead the issue. Let's stop talking about it. But we're not gonna stop talking about it.
Mhm.
And I'm sure her family feels the same way. Like $12 million. I don't care if it's the biggest settlement they've ever released. I don't care about that.
Right.
The point is, why is the officer still not under the jail?
Right. So apparently, well, supposedly they're supposed to have some type of verdict, and Benjamin Crump was saying that it'll be something this week, but the family still want justice. But I feel like, in a wrongful death suit, like let's be honest, with everything that's transpired with police brutality and these families suing, this is the quickest fucking lawsuit that I've ever seen. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys can let me know if there's something different. But have you guys seen any other lawsuits get settled this quick?
The last time I really paid attention to like a lawsuit was in the Trayvon Martin case, and that took months. Like
those lawsuits be taking years.
Yeah, years, months.
What's up, fat boy?
This took months. This took months, but I still feel like it took longer than it needed to be, and I feel like this is hush money. That's how I feel about it. I feel like it's hush money. They don't want to deal with the drama anymore. They don't want to be responsible anymore, but they're not going to get that respect. They're not going to get that silence. Nobody's going to feel satisfied until these officers are arrested. So I really hope that they do, come to some type of verdict this week and really figure out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm congratulations to the family for, actually getting a lawsuit. I know that the money is not really gonna, heal you because, you lost your daughter, your sister, things like that. But, sometimes I feel like sometimes it can be hush money, and they reached a quick settlement and with a large amount because the verdict may not be what we're looking for. But I just everybody, don't be shocked, if it doesn't go the way that we hope that it will go. But we'll continue to pray for the family because it's a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
A lot, and no amount of money is gonna make them feel better about losing Breonna. So
now, speaking of, hold on. My bad. Yo, you know what? Sometimes I be trying to look at my phone, but then it's distracting. Like I get super distracted.
Very distracting.
And then I lose my place. But anyway, speaking of a fucked up world. So did you hear what was going on with the women that was in the ICE detention centers?
I did. And that's very, very
they're giving women fucking hysterectomies, like, and not even telling these women, like, these are women that's in these detention centers that barely speak English, don't really know what's going on, and they're going in for procedures. They're going for procedures, and they're getting I don't know what procedures that they were originally going into, but they are getting fucking hysterectomies. Now, a whistleblower, which is Dawn Wooten, she is a licensed practical care nurse, and she works for ICE in Georgia at the detention center. And she blew the whistle on everything because a lot of women were coming up to her complaining, stating that they had got a hysterectomy. They didn't know. One of the doctors, they were calling one of the doctors, like, is he the uterus collector? Because he was fucking giving these women hysterectomies.
Well, shout out to this whistleblower, because that's so scary. As a woman, it's already scary knowing that we're losing our rights to have a choice. You can't even be, you can't even have a choice to if you can have an abortion or not in some states now. Okay, so that's scary enough. You can't decide what you can do with your own body. Right now, they're taking it a step further to where they're taking out your organs so that you can't have children without your consent. In what world is that okay? I don't care if I'm in a detention center, if I'm in jail, where the fuck I am, I still have rights.
All right, but listen to this, though.
Everybody.
So even, this brought up a lot of memories because in 1961, they were removed, I guess, a civil rights activist, Fanny Hammer. They removed her uterus, and it was removed by a white doctor. She never consented to it. She went to go what is it? What was it for? I guess she was getting a tumor removed. Excuse me, guys. I lost my train of thought. And he gave her a hysterectomy. All right.
Wow.
Now, also in 2018, a county hospital in Los Angeles apologized for sterilizing over 200 women between the 1960s and the 1970s who delivered babies. And because there was a language barrier, they didn't understand what was going on. So this is something that's been going on for years. This is not something that just transpired. So it's kind of like it's
taking advantage of these women.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of these women, but it's a fucked up situation. But it's shit that's happening, and people are not speaking out on it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they're not speaking out on it because, you know, these are illegal immigrants and they're in these detention centers, but I don't feel like they deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody deserves that.
Right. It's fucked up. Like, how are you going to take away my right to have a child? You know, it's a really, really fucked up situation. But, you know, hopefully they get to the bottom of it because, you know, the news outlets did reach out to them and they said that they're going to, you know, they didn't want to speak on it. They're going to let the, you know, people investigate to see what's going on.
See what's really going on.
Right.
That's just so scary. Like, me being a woman, I just couldn't imagine being in that type of environment, not knowing what's going on. I don't really speak the language. And then you're operating on me and I come back out and I don't have rights to have a child anymore.
That shit's
completely
crazy.
Gone.
Yep, sad situation. But jumping on to, do you ever watch Cheer on Netflix?
No.
All right, I didn't watch that either. I'm not into like the whole cheerleading movies.
Yeah.
You know, Bring It On was cute.
After that, it's been a wrap since that. I mean, Honey One, that's it. All the dance movies, I watch the originals and that's it. I can't.
I never was really into Honey though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Honey. And what's that other movie with Julia Roberts and she couldn't dance? Remember we thought that she was killing it back in the day?
Oh,
and then when you watch it now, it's like
Save the Last Dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you watch that shit now, you're like, what the fuck is she doing? Exactly. What is that?
That's all I remember. Like, all right, word. You did a good job.
Yo, but seriously, dude, like,
it's corny for me.
Yeah, it is corny. But anyway, so Jerry Harris, he is one of the stars on Netflix cheerleading series, and he was arrested for child pornography. Now, he was arrested on Thursday, and he's actually being held until like I think he has like a court date in a few months or whatever. But people was online. So it's very sick. And this is the shit that we was talking about last, you know, and I'm assuming last episode. I'm assuming he's a gay male because these were little boys that, you know, he was
sexually abusing.
I wouldn't say sexually abusing, soliciting, like, you know, these are
soliciting. Yeah. But it's still kind of in some way an abuse because these children are being you know, they're being manipulated.
Yes.
By an older person who they probably trust or look up to, you know what I'm saying? And so they probably felt comfortable, or even if they didn't feel comfortable enough to speak up because they trusted and look up to idolize this person. So it's just really sad.
So according to the complaint, he was 19 at the time and the boy was 13. So he was actually interviewed on September 14th. He admitted to engaging into continuous social media conversations with a minor and was in a sexual nature, attempting to entice him to perform sexual acts with him in person, and oh my God, I can't even talk. Soliciting and receiving child pornography on Snapchat. So this happened with a few other kids as well, between 10 to 15 other individuals. So he basically knew what he was doing at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially if these boys are 13, 14 years old. Two of the victims, he's actually been sued by them. They claimed that he groomed them into sending him nude photos. But it's like, yo, if you're gay and things like that, that's fine. But like, yo, you're that's child molestation, dude.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is up with that?
Pedophilia.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the fact that you were asking these children for videos and pictures after they told you how old they were shows how sick you are as a person. So I can't even,
Right.
And that shows what these networks have to start paying attention to too. Like, really do your background checks on who you're allowing to be in these shows or documentaries or whatever the case is, especially if they're going to be working around children. She was working around cheerleaders.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was. I think he was a cheerleader. Like, I don't know if they had like kids or anything like that in there. But it's sick, yo, and it's like they're cracking down on that too, because I don't know if you guys remember, and I wanted to talk about this on the show anyway, but they have been cracking down on it because they have been finding missing kids, missing children. You know what I'm saying? So the FBI have been on a hunt. They found, we did talk about this.
The Wayfair situation when they were hiding the children.
Wasn't Wayfair.
No, it wasn't the Wayfair situation. Well, we assumed allegedly that Wayfair, yes, I used allegedly. We assumed that
just
allegedly.
You use allegedly don't mean you can continue to say it. Yes, it's crazy as hell.
There was a time where there was cabinets that didn't look right on a website.
Oh yeah.
And we felt as if there may have been children in those.
There was like selling kids and women and stuff like that. But anyway, so the FBI have been like finding missing kids, which is good. You know what I'm saying? Because they were finding young kids that was missing. They was finding teenage girls that was sex trafficking, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it's good that a lot of these kids got found. Right. Hopefully they connected back with their family.
Because there's so much misconception when it comes to children who are sex trafficked. A lot of people look at them like, well, you're a prostitute, right, or you wanted to do that, or you were, especially
and that's not the case.
If the child came from something like that, with the Cynthia Brown story,
right,
you know that?
Right.
But it's like, you have to understand that just like with the Jerry Harris situation, children can be groomed and manipulated into these type of behaviors,
especially at a young age.
Yes.
And I don't think people realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids are groomed at a young age to do these things to these sick ass older men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting. So it's kind of like, you have to be careful, like, who you allow your kids around. Cause I be watching those shows on fucking Netflix, and I know Netflix is under a lot of scrutiny right now, but they have those, cold cases and things like that, how these kids are kidnapped and people are gone without a trace. And it's like, right, what? How is that even possible? But, you just have to be careful, man. Seriously. And watch your kids' social media. Absolutely. I feel like at 13 years old, I know times have changed from when we were teenagers. And you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still 30.
Yeah.
How old are you again?
I'm 26.
Oh, 26. But anyway, I know times have changed, and social media is a lot different. And everybody has a cell phone. You barely see kids playing outside anymore. Right.
And that's what's so scary, because the internet, social media, mm-hmm, all of these things, there's a lot of crazy, sick individuals on there who are attracted to young children. So like Star said, make sure you're doing your parental duties, looking inside of the messages and make sure they're not talking to anybody that doesn't sound right, looking over conversations. Kids, yeah, and letting your kids be aware that there are people like this out here, mm-hmm, who are looking for them. They come off as these people who want to love them and treat them nice. Like you have to understand, in situations like this, it doesn't come off as them abusing the child. It doesn't come off like that. It comes off as them trying to be their friend. Mm-hmm. It comes off as them trying to be a confidant, until they feel as if that, the child can trust them. And then they start asking for sexual favors. And, it starts off with like a picture, like, oh, send me a selfie. And then from there, it gets deeper. So you really have to pay attention.
Facts. Yeah, you do. But leading into just paying attention to social media and coming out, Andrew Gillum. Mm-hmm. So, okay, when he was found in a hotel, he laying on the floor, ass naked, with a white dude, and it was meth and all other shit in the room. Let's be honest. We all knew he was gay, right?
Right.
We all pretty much knew he was gay. So,
but he's not gay.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. So apparently he came out as bisexual in an interview that he did with what's her name, Tamron Hall. And it like, so 6 months ago, you know, he was found in a hotel room, and hold on, Tanika, I'll read you in a minute. He was found in a hotel room, you know, like he was intoxicated, basically passed out.
Drugs everywhere.
There was drugs everywhere. There was like stains everywhere. Like bussy stains, I guess.
Stains.
And yeah, so, you know, he was basically found in a hotel room. Now, he did a sit down interview. He came out. I guess she asked him, was he gay? And he basically said he said, well, you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna come out and say it, that I am bisexual. But he's also had his wife at the interview.
Right.
And his wife basically said that she knew he was gay. Well, excuse me. She knew he was bisexual prior to them getting married. She said so many people don't understand bisexuality, she said. Bisexuality, I can't even pronounce it. Bisexuality.
You got it.
It's something different. She goes, I just believe that love and sexuality exists on a spectrum. So I guess they have an agreement. Like, you know how sometimes women can be a man's beard? You know what I'm saying? If he is bisexual or if he's gay or whatever the situation is. But I feel like he, you know, he looked real sweet in the interview. So I feel
like he does love his wife. I feel like, because you have to think about it here.
Can you really be like that though? I don't get it. It's something I can't do.
I'll give my take on it.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna say, you know, it's really brave of him to come out and say this. I know that probably took a lot, especially with him, you know, running for governor, or, you know, when he was the governor.
But my thing is this, like it's so open right now for the gay community, for the LGBTQ community.
Right. But as somebody who's already built their lifestyle and they're in the politics.
But there's so many politicians that are a part of the LGBT. So I don't understand.
What I'm getting at, he already built his life on a lie. Once you build your life on a lie, you got to continue to keep lying. You got to cover it up. And so he was scared of that. And so this situation, him being found booty butt naked with bussy stains everywhere in a hotel room, forced him to bare his soul, to bare it all, and really be who he is. Whether his at-home life knew about it and his friends knew about it and everybody else didn't, this is his chance to come out and fully be him.
I think he should have just came out and just let everybody know he was gay, because I don't see bisexual at all.
So when I say I think he loves his wife, I believe that he loves his wife, and what, like, his wife is trying to explain, bisexuality, it's, you know, there's love and then there's sexuality. It's on a spectrum. You know,
but this is my thing. Do you believe that she knew he was bisexual?
I don't know.
Because I don't really see that. For you to, I don't really get how
they were probably groomed for that interview. They were probably, you know, this is what you have to do to save your marriage, to save the situation. You gotta act like you knew.
Right.
You know how that it goes into politics. But when it comes to sexuality, this is what I'm trying to get out, is the difference between love and sexuality. Somebody could be in a fully committed relationship as a bisexual with a woman or with a man, whoever they decide, but could still decide to have sex with the opposite sex because that's what they enjoy.
I mean, that what I know. Tanika said that, you know, if women are accepted, then men should be accepted as well. They should be accepted. But me, myself, would I want to be with a man or have sex with a man that has also had sex with another man? No. And I would want to, so the wife said that she knew, which is fine, but I would want to know. And a lot of men, because they want to hide it, they don't tell their significant other, and it's not fair to them.
Yeah, because you never know, because she could be like her and just be all up accepting and stuff like that.
But that could be true. But at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like, you know, you put on this facade and you lied to me and I fell in love with you, and come to find out you're gay or you're bisexual, and you didn't give me
very selfish act.
You didn't give me the opportunity to accept it or deny it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that when you're dealing with situations like this, it's a tough situation. Even though the wife claims that she knew, which I don't believe, but that's just me. I mean, whatever. But for men, it's much harder to come out, you know, especially once you've already built your life on this lie. Like I said, you know, it's really hard. So, you know, it's great that he did come out and he did say it, and this did happen, but I don't know, you know what I mean? It's just like, you can't just go into it like, hey, you know, before we get married, I just want to tell you I like dick too. Yeah.
You know, it's
a tough situation. No, I get it.
Something that somebody just, you know, especially when you've been holding it in your whole life, probably don't even want to accept it or even believe that you're gay. Because, you know, some people are or know that they're gay and don't act on it because they're afraid of their own actions. They're afraid of their own sexuality. They feel like it's wrong, even though that's what they really desire. So it's really complicated when it gets down to all those, like, you know, sexualities and what you identify as and all of that, because it's just so complex. It's just so much about it.
It is a lot, but you know, again, his wife said that she knew, which is fine, whatever. But I just feel like sometimes these men get into these relationships knowing, you know, who they are. And women too. I'm not gonna blame men. Women too. You know, they get into these relationships, and some women, you know, they don't be bisexual. They just do it because of the fact that, you know, this is what their family wants, and they really, you know, want to be with a woman. And I just feel like, you know, people should just, you know, I know that it's hard, but like, you know, we need to stop trying to be accepted by society. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to stop trying to live up to other people's standards and living your truth.
Who you are.
You know
whatever.
what I'm saying? Like I get it. You know, you may be trying to climb the corporate ladder, or you may be trying to climb the political ladder, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make you happy to hide who you are as a person.
People feel like sacrificing certain parts of themselves to, you know, climb up in the world is normal. It's not. It's really not, because you got to continue to live that lie. And then things like this happen and you get put out, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, now you got to figure out another lie or come up with the truth.
Right. Do you want to read what Ashley said, that we can get jump into the next topic?
What did Ashley say? What we got? All right. I'm set up with I say Tanika? I don't
you can read.
Yeah. So she said pedophiles try to pretend like they're nurturing them, but they're really there for their own sick pleasure. She also said if women can be biased, because she would have said that. Ash says a good deal of bi men are romantically and sexually attracted to women as relationships wise, but only enjoy the sex part with men. And those type consider themselves as tops. They don't receive. That is true. I know a lot of, well, I don't know a lot, but I know of gay men who like penetrating other men, but don't like to be penetrated themselves.
It's a lot.
It is. It's just so big, that sexuality. It's so fluid. That's why they call sexuality fluid, because it's really just so much out there.
Right.
And people, well, anyways.
All right, so let's jump into Cardi B and Offset. So you guys know that she filed for divorce on September 15th, after 3 years of marriage from Offset from the Migos.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of, you know, back and forth and controversy in the media talking about that he got somebody else pregnant, which it was false. And, you know, both reps from both sides declined that. And, you know, she filed for divorce. And basically, I guess that when she filed for divorce, the paper said that she wanted like full custody, but she said that she didn't know that, so she went back and switched it. She said she wanted to be a peaceful divorce, you know, for the sake of their child. She's not asking for spousal support. She's not asking for child support.
Well, she is. That's the only thing she's asking for.
No, she's not.
She's not?
No, she's not asking for child support or spousal support. She just said that she just wanted it to be, you know, joint custody, and she wants it to be a clean, easy divorce, and she wants them to be able to co-parent. But, you know, the media will run with things and make things seem super nasty just to, you know, try to gossip or whatever. Like, I don't know what happened in their relationship. We all know what transpired prior to, when they broke up in 2018, was it? But, with I guess what's going on now, we don't really know if it was cheating or whatever. But, people are making jokes. Oh, the walk wasn't that great or whatever. But, it doesn't really matter, like the song that she had. I just feel like people tend to like take shit and run with it. You can give a man your all, okay? You can give him your all, and he'll still fuck you over.
That's true.
So even though you're giving him your all, and you know what I'm saying, like you have been a great bitch, you have been a great woman, but some men are just not ready to be tied down.
So I did get some tea. This is all allegedly, because I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen receipts. There was a conversation between this person and Cardi B.
But we don't know if it's real.
We don't know if it's real.
All right, so don't.
So allegedly, her and Cardi B had this conversation, and she asked her, is there another woman? Is somebody pregnant? She said, absolutely not. There's none of that. Really, it's just having to do a lot with her own mental health issues right now. I guess Cardi B's been going through like a situation where she's been having, allegedly, these migraines, and just hasn't been able to be her complete self and be up and like making her moves. And then on top of that, she's dealing with stress from dealing with his baby mamas. Because again, like Star said, when they broke up in 2018, had a lot to do with one of his baby mothers saying that they were still interacting, having sex and everything. And so and I guess the baby mother had said that, he had stopped helping her with her child because she had cut him off from sex. So basically she's just saying that she's just really stressed out with everything, her health, and with dealing with all of his drama. And she's just tired of being in the relationship overall. So she'd rather just, let them do their own thing, because he's not being as supportive as he can be as a husband.
Well, people go through things, and I think like this whole COVID situation and being on quarantine has kind of let people know, like, damn, did I fuck up with this relationship? Did I fuck up with this marriage? Like, I just feel like, a lot of breakups have came from fucking COVID and having to be stuck in a house with a motherfucker for months.
Yeah, because you really get to see if you like someone, if you can really stand someone, especially like these celebrities, because they're always doing something. They're always around other people.
They're never, what I mean? Yeah.
So even with all of that, it's like when you're like face to face with someone every day, and you really get to see who
and you're
they
not
are.
On the go. He's not on the go.
You know what I mean? You can really look at a motherfucker like, I don't think I like this anymore.
You can see how nasty a dude is, or how nasty a female is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being in a house with them constantly, all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, it becomes a bit much.
So that's why it's really important, like when you do decide to get married to somebody, because a marriage is not just like something you could just break off.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they got married super quick though.
They did.
I mean, and when he proposed to her on stage, they were already married. But they're young. People do things, and they.
Exactly. I feel like this is the best time to do it with her doing her own thing and him doing his own thing. This is the best time to go through a divorce for them, because they are kind of distracted and they are on like the same page when it comes to like raising their child, and they still have a good relationship.
That's important.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best time. Don't wait until it gets so toxic where y'all can't even have a mutual conversation about your child. Right. You know what I mean? So
I agree. You want to read what Ashley said?
Hold on. Do you have it up in front of you?
Yeah, that's right.
Guys who cheat want to cheat. The opportunity is there and they take it. It has nothing to do with other partners. If one person is a drunk and the partner never drinks, it's a choice.
Right. I was thinking about last week when you had read it. Remember the video?
And I couldn't. I just didn't. I'm sorry, Ashley.
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell. John is a fool. He said that to me. He's an asshole.
Well, I just want to say, I'm really proud of Cardi for deciding to step up and.
You have to take care of yourself first.
Yeah.
Like, mental health is important, and I think that we don't really take enough time to kind of, figure out what's going on with us, because we're so focused on trying to save a relationship, friendship, or marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, taking some time out for yourself. They have a child now. So it's like you have to put your kid first. Again, I don't know what transpired between them, you know, but
yeah, that's a big step because she was in that marriage alone anyways. Like it just didn't seem like, you know what I mean? It just didn't really seem like they was in it together.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna comment.
Anyways, speaking of people who are getting divorces, Ray J is now filing from divorce. I know you guys watched the show where they had a conversation between him and Princess Love.
Did you? So what is? Sorry to cut you off, but what which TV network is that on? It's like Zeus or something?
Yeah, Zeus. Okay. It's called The Conversation. Okay. I honestly never watched it. But I guess they were trying to reconcile everything and make things work. Right. Now, the show is still continuing, and I guess they have a good relationship work-wise. But relationship-wise, I guess Ray J, from what he said, he feels as if Princess Love could do better than him. So he's doing this for her to see if she can do that. And he really just wants her and his kids to be in a good mental space and just be good overall, live a good life. And he's going to be there to support them however which way he can.
But this is my thing. Like I'm all for wanting other people to be happy, you know, because she deserves to be happy. She's a mother of your kid. She's your wife or whatever. But it's like, wouldn't you try to do everything that you can do to be the best husband? You know what I'm saying? So you're breaking up a family.
That's exactly where I was going to get to. So I feel as if like Ray J's taking the easy way out of the relationship, because just like Sar said, like you could easily try to be that person that she needs you to be.
Right. As
her husband, that's your duty. You're supposed to be that person for her because that's what you said that you were going to do. So it just it's kind of odd to me that he would even do this, because I don't know if you guys know, but he's about to release a new song that's supposed to be a love letter to her. It's called Hurt You. So, you know, like with him, he's a businessman. I feel like everything's kind of planned out to the point where, you know, if y'all have a good relationship and you're saying that you guys are on good standards right now and you're doing this because of what she did prior to you guys having a conversation about fixing the relationship, it doesn't quite add up. Yeah. It seems kind of like a joke, or like you guys are trying to do it for publicity. I don't know what it is, but you know, Ray J, I do feel like you're definitely taking the easy way out of the relationship when you could easily just try to make that shit work.
Right. But yeah, I feel that too, man. Like it's like you never really want to break up a family if you can work through it. But sometimes, you know, sometimes you just can't work through it. So you don't want to stay together and be miserable. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he could be taking the easy way out, but I just feel like, you know, if you feel like she's unhappy, sometimes there's certain things you can do to fix it, which you know, if
he's exhausted everything, and then, you know,
but it just seems like he's not willing to do it. So you know, whatever. But what did Tanika say?
She said, celebrities have issues just like we do. There's no separation when it comes to mental health.
Facts.
I think we need to stop trying to put them in a box and feeling like they are superior to us.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they be doing on, like, when you see posts on the Shade Room and shit like that, they be like, oh, this person is that, and oh, well, she thought she was all, like, yo, people deal with things and go through different things. Like, just because, like, and then it's not only that, like, yo, you bitches be in a chat talking mad shit, but getting cheated on right now. So it's kind of like, you know, you can't really throw shade at somebody when you're going through your own shit.
Look at the Tamar Braxton situation. Like, I feel so bad just because, like, everybody talks so badly about her based off of everything that she had to deal with. Her entire, you know, TV career, she's been bashed.
Right.
And so it came to a point where she tried to commit suicide, allegedly, and still people were bashing her. Like, she got to a point so low that she could have not been here today, and people still felt like they should go in the comments and say hurtful things to her.
Yeah, but that's like, just how, but a lot of people be trolling and they think that it's funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the social media could be a good thing. It could be a great thing, but it also could be horrible.
And there's so much that comes, and you do have to have really tough skin.
Yeah, you do.
Being in social media, being in media, being in the spspotlight,
being in any type of industry. Yeah. Even like in the workforce too, you got to have tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Like just anything that you're trying to do, you definitely have to have tough skin to get through.
There's gonna be somebody trying to knock you down.
Always. Facts.
Yep. All right, so let's hop into the relationship topics. For real. I know last week there was a question: have you ever been caught or close to caught having sex or watching porn outside of your bedroom? And we did get a few listener letters. So the first one is, Dear FY Podcast, I have been secretly dating my brother's close friend. I haven't told anyone, even my friends or family, about our relationship. Our relationship has not been easy to hide. When we do go out on dates, we have to date outside of the state or in small towns that no one knows about. We have to have sex in hotels or his car. One night, he finally decided to invite me over to his house, and while we were having sex, my brother came knocking on his door. He made me hide in the closet while him and my brother played a few games of 2K. Moral of the story, never date your brother's boys because it will always be bros over hoes.
Wow. This is my thing. As a grown-ass woman, I ain't sneaking around doing shit.
I'm not hiding in the closet for fucking hours.
I'm not having sex in the car.
What's up, bro?
Like, I'm not doing none of that shit.
What's good?
Like, as a grown-ass woman, like, you should be able to tell your brother, like, yo, me and your friends kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you. Have you ever dated like your friend, like your brother's friends before, or would you ever?
No, all my brother's friends are trash.
Yeah. So for me, I wouldn't even go there, like dating your brother's friends. You know what I mean? So when it came to the point where you're sitting in a closet, what are you saying to yourself as you're probably, still naked in a closet, waiting for them to play motherfucking 2K.
Right.
This man wasn't even man enough to say to your brother,
right?
That's his friend, like, yo, bro, like I got something. He didn't even have to say it was you. Like, I got something going on in here right now. You know what I mean? You can come back a little bit later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least give you the time to get decent and get your ass home if he knows that y'all are messing around.
At least give you some.
He don't even give a damn about you. So he's a dog. He cares more about your brother than him. He's probably than you, so he's probably gay. So
wait, why you that's going too far now. You're going too far.
I just feel like, you know what I mean? Like for dudes to treat females like that,
but this is my
whack.
thing. It's not about dudes treating females like that. She chose that position because you were willing to go out of dates out of town with him. You was willing to do hotels. You was willing to do cars. So you chose that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had respect for yourself, you would have told him like,
right, like I'm not lying to my brother. I'm gonna let him know we're fucking around. What is he gonna do? What's my brother gonna do?
But this is my question too, though, right? If he already had his own spot, why the fuck was y'all getting hotel rooms and doing it in the car? Unless he lives with his mother.
That's probably what it is.
Like that shit doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just weird. I'm glad you learned your lesson.
Wait, so remember how I said that my brother's friends are trash? I was gonna say this, but somebody had to text me to remind me. I knew this. I was gonna say it, but Phil was my brother's friend, my oldest brother that passed away. That was one of his good friends.
So you did date your brother's friend. Now she's married to the brother's friend.
It was different. Cause I wasn't hiding shit.
That's grown. Right, exactly. If you're gonna do it,
grown, baby.
If you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not to be sneaking around with my brother's friend. Like that's just mad weird to me. I'm not sneaking around. I'm not doing that. Either my brother knows, or I'm not hiding in closets. I'm not going out of town. I'm not, none of that shit. Period. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm too cute to be hidden. The fuck is wrong with you? Okay. Anyways,
one thing I would say. So, what would you do? What's the first thing you would do if your significant other spent the night out all night? Okay, all night. Okay. And didn't come home until the next morning. But when he or she came home, it was crickets. Like they had no explanation as to why they didn't bring their ass home that night. Now, what you doing?
Before or after I'm in jail? Like
before,
when?
what led up to the jail?
not telling me where you were, me waiting up for you in the dark until you got home with a knife, me cutting off your balls, regardless of what they smell like, and me getting hauled away by the police officers is gonna land me to jail.
All right, so this is my thing, right?
Don't do that.
This if my dude did not come home, first of all, like you're gonna be concerned because okay, you know, you didn't come home, you're not answering your phone, blah blah blah. There's no type of, you know, police and hospital things, fine. But if I find out that there's no accidents, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No type of craziness or whatever.
You can't come into the house calm.
I'm not waiting up all night for your ass, okay? Yeah. I'm going to politely pack your shit, okay? And when you come home in the morning and you're fine and everything's good, I'm like, oh, whew, thank God you're safe. All your shit's right there. You want me to help you load that shit up?
Right.
Because I'm not fighting.
I'm over here sitting in a trance.
No.
Like, what the fuck? Because you can't come into the house. You better come into the house with a motherfucking story. You better come into the house with something, you know, dramatic and tragic that happened to you.
Yeah.
Because there's no way.
Patty, this last message is for you.
What is that?
You all serious?
I'm like, what is it?
You see it?
Yeah, okay. Look, Patty, that's my son, Missy. He's still gonna have to. There's no way. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why are you coming into the house?
I'm gonna have to bail her out on this one.
Why are you coming in the house all night long?
I got your bail money, boo.
Yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm sorry. Plan a funeral because
oh my God. Okay, calm down.
Because ain't no way you're doing that to me. Because I know I'd be dead if I came in the house.
But that's
no explanation.
Hella disrespectful, especially if you live with that person. And that goes back to, you know, just being upfront about your shit. Like, it's a lot of people that just, you know, they're not upfront about their shit. If you're not happy in a relationship, leave the fucking relationship. But no, you don't want that other person to be happy. So you wanna make sure her fucking glow up is not better than you. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna just fucking. You okay? Because you're
no, I'm listening to you. I'm fine.
Yo, Patty, you looking mad. I'm worried.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm looking like I don't understand like why people just keep a person stuck and don't want to, you know, let them go. Oh, she said she's gonna see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just so weird, yo. Like, I just can't imagine that. Like, if you're living with someone and you're talking all day and communication is great all day, all of a sudden
you just don't come home.
Yeah, you just don't come home, and then you're gonna come home without like any scratches. There's, you know, nothing happened to you. Your phone's charged, you know, you smell good, you know.
Yo, Megan, yes.
I just don't understand that.
Yo, Megan said Patty's getting pissed just the thought of it. Yo, that's why I'm over here. I'm like, damn, bitch, you okay? Like, that's why I'm looking at you like, oh, you good?
Yo, this happened to me one time, not in my current relationship, but before. And this person had children, so I'm like concerned. You feel me? Like, what's happening?
That's why you're over there like
this. Because it was just so scary. I'm calling all the hospitals. I'm calling all the police, you know, departments in the area. Like, I'm so worried. You feel me? Like, you didn't even pick up your child, like, worried. Like, because you was busy out doing you. But then you come home like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, that's some trifling ass shit.
Very trifling. So it's just like me, the thought, like, I can't, I'm sorry. You gotta die. Why would you do that to me? Because you knew my nerves. If you're in a relationship with me, Patty here, hello, you know I get ticked off. You know, my eyes twitching. You know I get ticked off.
Yeah, all right, next subject. This bitch is crazy. Don't say. But no, so I've never had it happen to. Well, did he come home?
He didn't make it.
I don't remember if he came home.
He's somewhere at the cemetery.
But you know, literally he is. But not off of me though. But
stop.
Did he come home? Did I tell y'all the story when I was riding through Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, if he didn't come home, you went and brought his ass home. See, that's what I'm saying, because that would be me. I'd be up all night trying to figure out where the hell you at, because I'm thinking something's wrong. So then you got me out here looking stupid, calling the police. I don't give a fuck with the police.
My nigga, I was in the A riding, and Atlanta's fucking
Probably
big
speeding,
as shit.
Windows down, head all out the window. Poor Star. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
But never again. That was my younger years.
What's the next question? Oh, fuck.
Yo, that was my younger years. I'm not like that anymore. Like now, I'm just like, fuck it. You know, if you wanna stunt off, my nigga, do you. But I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm not for the bullshit. Like, you know what it is? At a certain age, when you're younger, you be like, all right, you know. But when you get I'm out. Wait here. Shut up, P. I'm out here doing God's work. When you get to a certain age, it's like the limit, the amount of bullshit that you deal with is limited. You know what I'm saying? So It's like you're not taking that. You're not taking that cheating. You're not taking no outside kids. You're not, because you're at your limit. Like, yo, I'm too fucking old for this. I'm too good of a fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't appreciate me, there's another man that will. You know what I'm saying? So that's just basically what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
But I did want to read one story before we get into the next thing. So this actually was, on Little Duval's thing. He was asking people like why they broke up this year, and a lot of women were just like doing their things. But this story stuck out. I was like, whoa, this was like, so it brought me to the Andrew Gillum thing. So she goes, I broke up this year because after giving birth to my daughter, her father decided to tell me that he no longer wanted to date women and that he's into transgenders. He said that he wanted to tell me sooner, but my mother was dying of cancer and he didn't want to tell me at that time. Boy, fuck you, is what I told him. So, yep, that's how my 2020 went. She said that she didn't want to put her business out there. And dealing with something like that, where like he just blatantly lied. You know what I'm saying?
My eyes twitching again.
Oh my God.
like, come on. Like, I get it. You know, I'm sure you were in the transsexuals way before my mother was passing away, way before you got me pregnant. Like, why isn't this something that you're saying to me? And then why do you, like, if you already been hiding it, why you wait till 2020 when shit's just all fucked up? We have a child here now to tell me, like, just continue on with your lie, because you probably been doing what the fuck you've been doing. Tell me in 2022 when shit's a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Tell me then. Right. Why? Like, I feel like people be doing shit with a purpose. I don't like it.
Yeah, but again, you know, it's about living in your truth. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So, Tanika said, call a lawyer. Megan Rose says, I've been there before. I really do feel you. She goes, laughing my ass off. Let's make sure I got bail money for my friend.
Thank you, boo. I got bail money for you too. Period.
Yes, like, sir, do you just leave me the fuck alone? Unless you're Rashida. Okay, so you're absolutely right, because damn, you're right. Because I'm thinking about, like, yo, she accepted him with a whole baby. But you know what? I could never tell the real from the fake with that whole storyline. Like, is that really his kid? Because you know how reality TV is. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's scripted.
Right. So is that really his kid, yo?
I mean, I don't know, because I don't see that baby in any of their family photos after that season. I really haven't. So I can't, you never know with those situations, but she's real strong. I mean, she was with him for damn near her whole life. Yeah. And in some situations, when you're with a person for so long, you kind of feel like you can't give up or you're obligated. And, kudos to her for taking him back. But even with that, like, just because you've been with somebody for so long and you've invested so much does not mean that you have to stay with them.
Yo, you're not like people
you're
be
not
thinking
obligated
that
to anyone.
Oh, well, I'm doing it for my family. Like, no, bitch, you're just doing it so people won't say I told you so.
You're doing yourself a disservice. Yes. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're really with someone and you really don't want to be with them, because not only are you saying that you're saving your family, but you're affecting your family, because your family can see through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Your children can see through all that bullshit. Your friends can see through all that bullshit. Yeah. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's just not for you, just let it go. You're not obligated to anyone or anything. Everything has an expiration date, and when it's their time, give it to them and move the fuck on, because that's when you'll be your most happiest self.
Shut up, period. P be in the comments talking mad shit, yo.
Fellas, if a lady ever say that, tell her go to that nigga then.
Whatever.
That's my favorite line. Tell that bitch. Whoever that bitch is, since you want to be with that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Tell that bitch to come help us pack.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can go be with her. You want to read the rest of the comments?
Yes, let's go on into it. Sneaker said, okay, that explains everything. Patty looked pissed. I will let them come back and act like nothing's wrong and change all the locks. Alicia Smith said, I'm gonna have bail money too. For me or for him? Because I don't understand.
I'm sorry, but we gonna have to joke him. I'm pulling up, baby.
Nah, Mom.
No, we're not violent.
But she feels me. But her son would never. You feel what I'm saying? He's a good boy. I don't have to worry about that with him.
All jokes.
Okay. Kiani, my baby, that it's his kid. They got a Dan on the show.
A DNA test.
DNA test on the show, I think. But like,
I don't be knowing how. Yeah, I'm like, but he cheated mad times. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know, but they've been together for years, right?
Yeah.
But he has other kids. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out, like,
because his daughter is older than their oldest son.
But don't he has two other kids,
older kids,
right?
Yeah.
But they were together for a long time. So did he have those kids while they were dating? Or before, like, because haven't they been together like over 20-something years?
I think at that time when that episode was airing, they said about 15 or something like that. Okay. So then that would add up in age, but that's good. I feel like I want to look into that now.
Yeah.
I want to know the details. Like, how many babies did you accept for real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's tough, yo. Like, even like you can build something with a person, and if a person is good, like business wise, you know, you can still have that relationship with them. But
do you give it a pass in the relationship?
No. Like, that's my thing. Just because you built a business with a person don't mean that y'all have to be romantically together. Y'all don't have to stay in a marriage. Like, if it works business wise, great. You know what I'm saying? Like just like for me, like if it works for us business wise and shit's good, fine. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money.
Right.
But we don't have to be in a relationship, especially if I'm not happy, you're not happy, and you got a fucking baby. I'm not accepting it. Yeah. Fuck you, her, and that kid.
That's just one thing I'm not doing. The outside kids.
Mm-mm. Hell no. But speaking of that,
what you got?
So that was where did I read that from? Lil Duval? Right? That's what I just said? That letter?
Was it? I don't know. Whatever the fuck that was crazy.
My train of thought. Oh yeah, it was. So anyway, the Baller Alert also posted a groupie letter, right? From Lil Duval. Like, it's not from Lil Duval, but a groupie chick or whatever.
I like him.
I wouldn't even say groupie, but you know, they had sex. Apparently she met him on Twitter. She had said something. He inboxed her. She was in LA. She was going to college in LA. And she heard that, you know, he had good sex and, you know, he hangs low. But anyway, so she said that he invited her to the hotel with his girlfriend. And so he had asked her, is she into females? And she said, yeah, you know, if she can eat good pussy. All right, now she gets invited to the hotel. She got a car service, whatever. She said she went to the hotel. They were smoking weed. Now this happened like some years ago.
Okay.
They were smoking weed or whatever, and they ended up drinking or whatever. and he came over to her and put her hand on his boxes or whatever, and she said that he has a very strong, long dick.
He got a schlong.
Yes. And she was like, she was like, no wonder why he talks so much shit, because he could back it up, right? So anyway, they ended up fucking. It was a whole like threesome or whatever the situation is, or was or whatever. But she was like, basically, she said that she had a good time. She said that he has a big dick, but he's not that great with sex. She
said, he doesn't know how to use it.
Right. She said he knows how to work it somewhat, but she said that for him to be so older, she would have felt like he can work it a little bit more with experience or whatever the situation is. But she said, well, strangely enough, that they're a nice couple, and the girl still reaches out to her to check on her. She was like, she gave me some good advice on what to do after college. Yo, that shit's weird as fuck.
What?
To have a threesome with an older couple. I don't know how old his girl is.
Yeah.
But to have a threesome and then this bitch is giving you advice and still calling you, how are you?
Because people, no bullshit, people do this with their friends though. People,
what, threesomes?
Like that swinger shit. You know how swingers, they'll do that with their close friends. They'll have sex and then be friends like nothing happened, be around their kids, bringing it, you know what I mean? It's very weird to me.
Yeah.
I feel like, maybe in that situation, because she did run into a cool couple, it was, reasonable to like still keep in communication. But I don't know.
But
unless y'all inviting me to come live with y'all.
But Little Duval be into that shit though.
Well, invite the bitch to come live with y'all then. What's all this? Hey, how you doing? How you been? Like, girl, you want to move in? You trying to start a family with us? Like, make it a real thing.
Nah, he's not into that. He's like, yeah, well, me, do you want to fuck me and my old lady? That's how he be putting it in the comments, yo.
I can't.
It's life.
I could picture it. I'm over it. Oh God. Man. Okay. All right. We have one more letter, and then I have a weird question for you. All right. Let me get into the last letter.
Oh my God.
So, dear FY podcast, I was caught watching porn at work when I used to work at an overnight security job. I fell asleep right before my shift ended, and when my cover came in, the video was still playing on my phone. Of course, he heard it and clowned me for weeks, but he was a real one and never said anything to my supervisor. I still work for the company and still watch porn when I'm alone time to time. I just go to the bathroom when I watch it now.
Oh my God. Yo, what to me, I
what
feel
do
like
you
why are you watching porn at work?
Like, what does that do?
No, like, I don't understand. So he's answering a question from last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that do with you? And then you want to go watch.
I wouldn't have wanted to continue working there after being caught. I wouldn't have been. I'm sorry.
He just seems like a pervert, so he's like, "I'll fuck it."
Yeah, he's kind of just like, "Whoa, shit! Everybody knows that I do this now." But I just couldn't.
I don't see it.
When I watch porn, I like to do it in the comfort of my home.
Hello.
In my bed. You know what I mean? I don't want to be looking over my shoulder like, is somebody about to catch me? Because if the nigga do catch me, he about to catch this pussy too. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, shit. I'm horny. Like, you here now. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't get the point of watching. And the reason why I asked the question is because there are some people who like to watch porn by themselves in their cars, on their breaks at work.
I think that's so like perverted.
Yes, like any little chance they get alone, they want to watch porn.
To me, I feel like that's like sorry to cut you off. That's like a sex addict type of.
It is very, and it could come off like that, especially if you're like trying to get alone time with porn. It's like that's your girlfriend.
Yeah, like I need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes
with my boo real quick.
Yo, so P said, let's talk about why women always cheat.
What? Black people don't cheat?
I don't know where that comes from. But let's talk about.
I don't even know, what does cheat even mean?
Before we get out of here, let's talk about why why when women cheat, men can't handle it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about when y'all cheat, y'all want us to take it back. Oh, you know, it didn't mean anything to me. It was just pussy.
No, men can do anything.
Guess
but
what?
when women do it, it's like a pierce right through their heart.
But guess what? It didn't mean anything to me. It was just dick. It wasn't nothing. I mean, you know, it was good, but it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean?
Like when you flip this shit on a dude, he can't handle it. His heart's broken. His boys is calling you all types of hoes. I don't even know why you fucking with that bitch.
The whole time them niggas wanted to.
She's a hoe. She's out here, you know what I'm saying? She's fucking around on you. But when you're doing it, he's like, yo, she's a bad bitch. You fucked a bad bitch. I mean, you got a girl at home, but you know. But when I do it, I'm a hoe.
So immature to me.
Fuck out of here.
Like men. And maybe women do it too. I don't really know because I've never been the one like, oh, I'm trying to fuck all the fine men. I've never been that type of bitch. Okay. But men, it's like, I want to fuck all these bad bitches. I want a chance at all of this. Like, why? Like, why do you really find it deem it necessary to just fuck somebody because they're beautiful with no intention behind it? What does that mean?
Sometimes guys just they deal with issues.
And then when the girl becomes a savage or becomes, you know, cold-hearted because you done played her and did all that, now you don't know why she's acting like that. Mm-hmm. Now she always got an attitude. Things change.
Yeah.
If y'all don't, you know, grow the fuck up, grow some balls and take that shit. If y'all gonna be out here cheating on somebody and they cheat back at you, you just gotta look them dead in the eye and be like, you got that. You got that. You know what? Back at you. If I'm a dog, you a dog too. Period. Like,
I mean, at that point, I just feel like we just need to break up.
But, yeah, it's just. I'm just saying. If you're a man that knows that you like to cheat or do things to your woman, when she do it back to you, you gotta dap her up. You got to. You have to. You gotta be like, good one, bro. Because at the end of the day, we're both dogs. Because you're doing the same thing.
What nigga you know that's gonna be like, you know what, my nigga, you got that.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, my nigga. You're gonna have to because there's no way you're out here cheating on her. And then now that you done got cheated on that one time after you cheated on her 10,000 times, you sit in the bathroom crying. How you crying?
Yo, facts. If you ain't married, you single. Fuck that shit.
That's right.
That's
tax
true.
write-off say single. All right, let me ask you guys a weird question because I just found out some shit today and I did some research on it and it's very weird to me, but it's also very intriguing. How do you feel about sex on your period?
I think it's disgusting. And you bitches that do that shit, I can't even talk. You bitches that do it, y'all are nasty. Okay?
So you've never had sex on your period.
Listen.
So what's the difference? So let me ask you, what's the difference between having sex on your period and then having sex with somebody who knocks your period on? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had your period knocked on during sex?
I don't like to tell my business on the podcast.
Well, we're going to tell it today.
All right. So this is my thing, right? I feel like with women, you're bleeding. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that part, like, I get it. Sometimes, you know, us women, we tend to get horny and stuff like that on our cycles and things like that. But I just feel like at that point, it's disgusting because it's like you're bleeding and it's just, I don't even like, even if I am getting horny, like I don't want no penetration with me bleeding. Like I just
it would make me feel uncomfortable and I would feel ashamed.
Yes.
Like I probably couldn't get in the mood because I know all that is happening down there. But
she said, I'm bitches.
Stop. But let me tell you something. I have been in a situation where I've been having sex and like I wasn't on my period, not expecting it, but the nigga didn't hit my cervix and rearrange shit up there. Now I'm bleeding. You know what I mean?
But do you have your full cycle or it's just little spotting?
At this time, I'm not on my period at all. but like oh no, he knocks the full thing off.
Oh, okay.
Like bitch, here you go.
So
you know?
so
Hey,
is it that time of the month where your period is due at that time?
See, for me, I don't have my period is like very all over the place because, like I said, I have PCOS.
I'm glad that we're just telling everybody. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's like y'all know us now. You know what I mean? It's all good. Hey y'all,
these bitches is weird.
so I have PCOS, so my periods are like very sporadical, all over the place, and sometimes I don't even get a period.
Sporadical.
Very sporadical.
They're very sporadical. I don't know. Sporadical.
They come, they don't come. I don't know. It does what it wants. All right. But when she do come, she comes strong. But what I'm saying is, I've had my period knocked on, and I was disgusted by that. I felt like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. There's blood on your penis. What are we gonna do? Like, we have to cut it off. Like,
knock my shit
like
off.
you can't use that penis again. It's bloody now. We gotta throw it away. That's my, you know what I mean? That's what I feel. But some people are like, no, what? Like, I love sex on my period. It's so great. It helps with my cramps and headaches, and you know what I mean?
Deb said no.
And I can't get there.
Go ahead.
Kudos to you, but some people can do it. Just like she said, she's bitches, because some girls don't have super heavy periods and can actually get away with having sex on their period. What happened? What I missed?
Oh, sorry. Yo, shout out. So Hood's laughing, right?
Uh-huh.
But shout out to Damn Shame Podcast. I love those ladies. So listen, right? She said, you got to know your body. If you real heavy, I wouldn't do it. But if it's light, it's right.
So exactly. So there are some females who have like a very light period, and it's always like that. And they find it very comforting, because I even mentioned this to my boyfriend the other day. Like, sometimes I don't be super horny, but on my period, I want to have sex. I want to fuck. I'm so horny.
That's because it's our hormones.
Yes,
you
it's your hormones.
It's your hormones, and they're all over the place.
Yes, but I guess people actually have sex on their period, especially heavy ones. I know you said light, but I've read this, that women who have really heavy periods and really heavy hard cramps have sex and are prescribed to have sex by their doctors.
Oh, the doctors is nasty.
Right, because when you have an orgasm, your uterus is contracting, right? So while it's contracting, it's releasing the pressure from the cramps, and it's also going to give you a lighter period because it's releasing all of the contents from your uterus. It's fucking gross. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yo, I'm fucking dead,
right.
Yo. I'm so dead.
But I would say, if you are going to do this, just be aware of the risk. You can get, STDs, AIDS, you can make a really big mess. Everything is no more good. And you can absolutely get pregnant.
Yeah. That's nasty.
All right. So, you want to end it, or what do you want to do? What do you want to do? All right.
Yeah, that's nasty. But y'all, I don't even know what the fuck to say.
Should I give them something to think about before we leave? I don't know.
All right. So, but before that, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Come back and leave a comment.
Wait.
I know. I'm just. I'm just giving them that. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I was gonna say, I remember I'm supposed to do the announcement today.
Okay.
So everybody, if you don't know, I just started my very own podcast. So I don't know if you guys are gonna like it, but I don't know, because y'all guys are crazy in here. But if you're a female and you like motivational posts and you need something,
I'm so done with her.
and you need something to boost your spirit, follow me at The Vibes with Patty Mayo. I have an episode up there, and I will be doing my very first live episode this weekend. So yeah, know that. Also, for next week.
Wait, so before that, we forgot to tell them that we have we did the website. So the website is up. So you guys can go to FY Podcast and So basically the website that we have launched now is basically it's basically giving you like how to reach us through streaming. We have a blog thing that we're starting on there, so we'll have like the latest episodes on there. We're gonna be having merch on there as well. So make sure you guys go on to our website at FY Podcast. The website is it's good. So it has good information on there. And you know, it's I'm just saying this because with doing it, it was a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, you know, appreciate it.
Yep.
Just appreciate what we have up so far.
Just appreciate us at our best. Okay?
I would say join the mailing list, like sign in, like, you know, create an account. So that way we can let you guys know, like any new shows, when we're going on vacation, like any type of, when we put, launch the merch, even though we're going to say it on the show, but you know, you can get emails, you can get exclusive, like, you know, you will get the chance to buy it first, you know, win prizes, games, yay. Shit like that.
All right. So for next week's episode, the question for next week is, do you believe that your zodiac sign really has an effect on who you date? If you have a story about dating somebody with a zodiac sign that you know you probably shouldn't have dated, but you did it anyways, and you found out that it wasn't right, send that over to us at fypodcast1@gmail.com or at our Instagram at fypodcast.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know, Patty Mayo is very spiritual and she's into a lot of all of that stuff. I don't really believe in any of that, but great.
Yeah, follow like I said, follow my podcast if you guys are spiritual like me.
So also remember to go to the website, log on fypodcast.com. I'm also gonna, when we end, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in our podcast page on Instagram, FY Podcast. My page is Starzz, STARZZ. Patty Mayo is Patty Mayo 2 Y's. All right, till next time, we love you guys. Thank you for always rocking out with us. And remember, you know, tell a friend and a relative to come kick it with us on Thursday night. And you know what I'm saying? Have a good time.
And don't have sex on your period. Bye.